Hello everyone, I am manthan.wattamwar, currently pursuing my bachelor's degree in computer science at VPKBIT Baramati, and I am studying in the BCom class. My roll number is 21411068. As a part of our honors course, I am going to give a small presentation on a topic called fake news and fake profile detection. So this topic is completely referenced on IEEE transaction paper titled A Novel Tracking Approach for the Accurate Detection of the Fake News. Let's move over the introduction of our project. So first start with what is meant by the fake news. Recent information appearing on our social media is dubious and in some cases intended to mislead the peoples. So such kind of content which appears on the social media is called as fake news. And main motto of this project is to curb the cyber crime and the cyber bullying on the social media. So large amount of the online fake news has the potential to cause a serious problem in our society, and we need to tackle that. So fake profiles are the major source of the false information which are present on the social media. So news shared by many people are specious and deceptive, that includes the clickbait, propaganda, satire, and the misleading headlines. So the problem statement of my project is that the social media for the news consumption is a double-edged sword. So rapid development and the increasing popularity of social media has changed the way people access the news. So the extensive spread of a fake news has the potential for the extremely negative impacts on our individual and society. So detecting such fake news on the social media, spreading such fake news has become very important task and has recently become the emerging research that is attracting tremendous attention over the world. So let's talk about the literature survey. As I already mentioned, my entire project is based on a paper, IEEE transaction paper titled "A Novel Stacking Approach for Accurate Detection of the Fake News." So in that paper, the author has compared several machine learning models. To be precise, five machine learning models and three deep learning models, and he proposed a novel stacking approach for the accurate detection of those news. So this is the second reference paper. Like that, I have the four reference paper here. Let's move over the idea. So as I already mentioned, the social media is a double-edged sword, and all are spreading some of the accounts on the social media are spreading the fake news purposely or unintentionally. So to manually identifying such news on the fake news on the social media is a bit difficult task for the human fact checkers. So to detect this fake news and fake profile on the internet fast and efficiently, I aim at building a tool which can be used by the authorities to curb the cybercrime. So what can I do to automate this process of identifying the fake news? So I'm going to use some machine learning algorithms and predict if the given past news is fake or the real. And also I'm going to do the same with the profiles. If the user enters certain values that is asked by the system, and if he provides certain values, he will get to know if the provided profile is fake or real. So for this implementation, I have used a data set called news.csv, which is taken from the kaggle.com, and it has four fields like index, title, text, and label. Overall, it has 6,335 records, out of which almost 50% are the fake news and 50% are the real news. So let's talk about the requirement analysis for this project. Is hardware requirement about CPU processor. We need i3 and above, RAM 512 MB, hard disk 40 GB, and operating system 7 and above. So in the software requirement, I have to implement this project, I have used the Anaconda Navigator for Python and its various libraries like sklearn, NLTK, and others. And for the HTML, for developing the front end, I have used Sublime Text Editor for editing the HTML and CSS codes. And to integrate this front end and back end, I am gonna use the Flask web application, which is the lightweight version which can be used very easily. So let's have a look over my system overview for the fake news. First of all, I am going to collect the real and fake news articles by crawling on the social media or by taking a dataset from the kaggle.com, and then I'm going to pre-process the given dataset by certain techniques like stemming, vectorization, keyword stop word removal, and other methods as well. And the next step involves the document vectorizing. So in this step, the given documents or the given data set is vectorized in the form of the vectors, and I have drawn the graphs of the words which are frequent in the data set. Like what are the words which are there frequently appeared on the fake part, and what are the words that are frequently appeared on the real part. Then I have used four machine learning algorithms, and I'm going to train that machine learning algorithms on the training data set. And basically I'm going to split the entire data set into 8:2 ratio. 8 parts will be taken for the training and 2 parts will be taken for the testing. So in the testing method, 20% of the records will be passed, and the prediction will be taken from this system, like if the given news is fake or the real. Let's have an overview for the fake profile. It also involves the same process, but the only different thing that's happening here is feature selection. Like there are about 25 to 30 features available in the data set, so I'm going to use only 5 features that will be really very helpful for predicting if the given profile is fake or real. This is the use case diagram where the stick-like figure shown here is actor which is interacting with our system, which is shown in the rectangular block, whereas the oval shapes which are connected using the arrows are the use cases, That's all. Then we have the sequence diagram where the rectangular blocks shown here are the objects, and the vertical bars shown here shows for how long the given process was activated, and on the bars it is shown, and the process is shown here. Likewise, we have drawn the activity diagram as well here. This is the state diagram. This is the class diagram where I have 4 classes here: user class, pre-processing class, feature extraction class, and the model building class. So let's talk about the technology that I have used to implement this project. For the back end, I have used the Python and its various libraries, as I mentioned before, like sklearn, pandas, and NLTK. So all the algorithms which I am going to import are from the sklearn, and the pandas is used for the data frames, and NLTK is used for the stop word removal or punctuation removal, like pre-processing part. For the front end, I am using HTML plus CSS along with a Flask web application, which is a lightweight version which can be used to implement a good kind of front end. So pre-processing and TF-IDF. So data pre-processing is a very important process in this implementation of my project. So I will be first. So to provide the suitable data for the machine learning, I will be performing certain operations of pre-processing. First of all, I will be performing certain method like stop word removal, tokenization, sentence segmentation, and punctuation removal. And then so there are certain URLs in my data set that will be removed, that are of no use. After the text data gets clean, it is tokenized by using the TF-IDF. What is TF-IDF? I will be explaining in the next slide. So TF-IDF stands for the term frequency inverted document frequency. So basically it will give the significance of the term in that document. So we have the two formulas for the TF and IDF. So multiplying these two will give us the significance of that term, and that data will be transferred to the machine learning model so that they can determine the significance of a particular term. So the models which I have used here are the naive Bayes. Then the second one is a decision tree. Third one is a passive aggressive classifier, which is a new algorithm, which is also called as an online learning algorithm. Then the fourth one is a logistic regression, and that's all. So naive Bayes algorithm is based on Bayes theorem to classify the objects, and popular uses of the naive Bayes classifier includes SMAP filter, text analysis, and medical diagnosis. These classifiers are widely used for the machine learning because they are simple to implement. So naive Bayes classifier uses Bayes theorem, which uses the conditional probability, that is given by probability of A given B is equal to probability of B given A into probability of A divided by probability of B. So we first find out separate probabilities for the different class levels and then normalize the probabilities obtained for two different levels and take the maximum among them to get the final prediction. So the second model is a decision tree algorithm. So decision tree is the most powerful and popular tool for the classification and the prediction. So in the decision tree we follow certain steps like 1 to 5, and those are shown here. So begin the tree with the root node which contains the complete data set. The second step is to find the best attribute in the data set using attribute selection measure, which is called a Gini index. Third one is to divide the root nodes into the subsets that contains possible values for the best attributes. Fourth step is to generate the decision tree node which contains the best attribute, and the fifth step is to recursively make new decision trees using the subsets of the dataset created in step 3, and then continue this process until we reach a stage where we cannot further classify the nodes and call the final nodes as a leaf nodes. Then this is a passive aggressive classifier which is very popular in terms of online machine learning algorithm. So passive aggressive classifier belongs to the category of online machine learning algorithm, and it works by responding as a passive for the correct classification, and it becomes instantly aggressive for the miscalculations. So passive aggressive algorithm are called so because passive, if the prediction is correct, keep the model and do not make any changes, and aggressive, if the prediction is incorrect, make the changes to the model. Some changes to the model may correct it. Then the fourth one is the logistic regression, which is very famous machine learning algorithm, and it is used for the classification problems. So it is a predictive analysis algorithm and based on the concept of probability. So it predicts the value of predictive variable, generally y, depending upon the value of another variable. So basically y is a dependent variable on the on x independent variable. So it returns the output in terms of 0 or 1, where the negative class is denoted by 0 and the positive class is denoted by the 1. So what are the advantages of our system? So this system will help to minimize the spread of fake news or negative propaganda on social media accounts. And the disadvantages are that the tool will only work for the social media sites which has a publicly exposed API, so that we can get the dataset or the details from the API. The tool will require a user to handle the front end in order to get the fake news and fake profile on the social media. So this is the feasibility study. So technical feasibility, our current resources, both the hardware and the software, are along with the required technology, are analyzed and sufficient enough to develop the project. Risk identification. So technical risk is that glitches in the dataset. If we import a dataset from the publicly exposed APIs, then the operational risk, if the user provides a short input to the system, our system may lead to the wrong results, as we need a lot of text to pre-process and then pass it to the model. Then the business risk is that we need to make sure our project creates no plagiarism here. These are the references. Thank you so much.